All right, guys. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jennifer Olea. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in lovely Yuma, Arizona. Wednesdays around here in what I call my space, the Crafty Casita, are for fun folds. So if you've just stumbled across this video on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Arizona time, I do a live. Sometimes it's a fun fold, sometimes it's not, but I also drop a fun fold video on YouTube. If you sign up for my email, then you get a notification when that YouTube video is available. You also get a recipe of all the measurements. Like today's card, there's a lot of measurements. Hopefully, I say them all correctly and that they work. But with the PDF recipe, everything is typed out and it's just like a recipe card, right? Just like you would use in the kitchen. Um, Also, I do put the measurements in the description, just so you know, so you can get them there. But like I said, if you sign up for my email, you get notified when I drop the video because it's not always the same time because that's who I am. So I'm so happy you're here. Thank you guys so much for loving these fun fold videos. I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like. If you've just stumbled upon here and you want to see more, subscribe. Okay, so with all that fun stuff being said, let's get the table bigger because that's what we're here for. There we go. You can find me at Jolea Crafts on all the socials. Okay, this card is inspired by this card, and by inspired I mean I copied it, but we're using a different product. Okay, this card was a beautiful swap from one of my team members, Celeste, and we're going to open the card like so. And then there's even another little flap. And Celeste did it so that you could do a little, not a little, you could do a gift card right here. I didn't do that part, but this is how. Isn't that a gorgeous card? Gorgeous, right? So I have figured out all the measurements for you, and I love a good ruler. I've got two rulers that I just love. I don't think I'll ever get rid of them. Do you have a favorite ruler? Let me know. We have more than two rulers in the house, um, but I don't know. It could be like your favorite notebook or your favorite pen, right? Okay, so let me show you what we're going to be making today. And so you know kind of like where we're headed with all of the stuff that we're doing. But here's the flaps like this. And so I thought if you want to write something, you could write a little note on this paper up here. You could write a note anywhere you wanted to, but you could always add just more blank paper if you were writing an actual note to somebody. But I thought this was a cute card. Very, very cool. Okay, let's get started, shall we? So the product we're going to be using is the Framed Violets bundle and the paper, which I have sitting over here. Okay, this is the Violet Dreams paper, which is 12 by 12. And then we're also going to be using a little bit of the Shimmering Stripes paper that also comes 12 by 12. This is all part of a suite. So if you look up on the stampinup.com website and you click product suites, all of this product, the stamps, the dies, the paper, designer series paper, the pattern paper, the glitter paper, it's all part of that suite. Okay. And then I brought in some of just my regular supplies that I have in the casita. Okay. So we are going to start with a traditional card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Okay. Get our bullet folder. Do this nice and easy. Then we're going to get our trimmer because we're cutting the front. Okay, you see right here, we're going to cut the front so that we get this flap right here. So we're going to cut 1 1/4 on each side, like so. Yeah, I'm going to do it down here because that's what I usually do. So 1 1/4, and we're just cutting to the score line. And then 1 1/4 up here, like so. And I actually, when I do 1 1/4, I typically use this side of the board. You could use this side, but I typically do this side so that there's not a whole lot like loose over here. All right, so I'm going to stop talking so I make sure I do what I'm supposed to be doing here. So from the score line up to the edge of the card, we're going to cut. Okay. So we have that. Now, we are going to take some liquid glue and put this down. Or do I want to put the other stuff down first? Well, we'll do it the way I did it. Okay. And you guys know sometimes I'm a little crazy with the liquid glue, so bear with me here. And by crazy, I mean sometimes I kind of look like a kindergartner when I do it. But you could use regular adhesive or regular, whatever. You could use your adhesive of choice here. That's whatever adhesive you prefer. But we're going to do it like that. Okay. For a second there, I got a little scared. Okay. Now I have 2 pieces of cardstock that are, let's see, we'll do the small one first. This is 1 3/4 by 3 1/2, scored at 1/4. Yep, see that score line? And then this guy is 3 1/2 by 3 3/4, scored at 1/4. And so I'm going to fold these and get a really nice fold on them with my bone folder, because we're going to attach the little side, that 1/4 inch, we're going to attach to the card. You're like, what? I know, it's crazy. But we are going to, it's going to attach here. Now we want to attach these pieces of cardstock to the card before we add this, okay? Because these little tiny flaps need to go under the pattern paper. Okay, so let's do this. This is why I really kind of started with liquid glue here, is because this little tiny flap here needs just a smidge of green glue. Okay, and then we're going to line it up on the edge and the bottom, and it's all going to come together like so. And especially, this is why I'm using liquid glue, is because you have that chance to position it a little bit easier, right? Because there's a little bit of give here, and we're just going just a strip, just very, very tiny. Don't overdo it, Jennifer. Okay, and I'm going to push this guy back. We're going to go right here, like so. Okay. There is this. Now, so we have all of this, right? And we're going to decorate all of it. Don't worry. We're not going to leave any cardstock untouched. But we are going to put this guy like so. I could use the green glue for this. You could, like I said, this is all adhesive of choice, right? Okay. So this piece of pattern paper is 4 by 5 1/4, right? Okay. Now we have, what are we doing? I have this piece of designer series paper and this piece of designer series paper. So it's going to go like this. They're both the same exact size. And it is 2 3/4 by 4. 2 3/4 by 4. It is. I have my measurements up here so that I can refer back to them. Like so. So the color purple, some people love it, some people not a fan. Let me know. Are you team purple or like, I could take it or leave it? Rumor has it that when I first got married, or before I got married, I told the hubby that purple was my favorite color. And I guess it probably was. But as I started decorating a house, I realized that blue is my favorite color. There we go. Although one time, when he was not in town, I bought a green couch. It was hunter green back in the 90s. Again, let me know if you had a hunter green couch. But I bought a hunter green couch without checking with him first. And he's retired military. And he was like, "Why are you turning our house green?" I wear green every single day. And so then blue came into our lives. I mean, I didn't get rid of the couch right away after the couch was worn and done with. Like, all right, we're switching up colors. We're going to go with blue now. Okay. So we have that. Let me see what else. I think I might be missing. Nope. Okay. So we have this little flap that we're going to decorate, right? This piece, so you have a piece, I'm going to be using the green side and a basic white, which I'm not going to attach yet because we're going to stamp. But both of these are 1.5 by 3. So let's go ahead and attach this guy. Okay, like so. Like that. Okay, and now we have this flap. We'll just stamp that guy. Okay, we have this guy. So this square, you're going to need, what is this? Inside front flap. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Double check. Yes, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm just really relying heavily on the pattern paper, designer series paper, to really make this card just pop. And it's a wow card just in the fold. But then you get all this coordinating designer series paper, and it just, I think it's easy. I mean, yes, you have to figure out the measurements. I've done that for you. But when stuff coordinates so well, like Stampin' Up does, when their products coordinate so well, it just makes it easy. I love it. All right. Now, this piece is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. It is the glitter stripe. And yeah, there we go. Okay. We're going to put that like so on there. All right. Now I think we're going to get to stamping. So, but before we do that, let's put this away. Let's put this up here. And then, okay, so in the dies, there are these ovals, one regular oval and a scalloped oval. I've already cut out the scalloped, but we are going to cut out the regular oval. And yeah, did I forget a piece of paper for my flower? Let's see if I have a big enough piece of paper. If not, I'll just go get one. I'm going to go get one. Okay. So, okay, let's cut this out first. And, oh, I forgot to turn on a light. Oops. Let's see, I'll turn it on now. You guys can tell me if there's a big difference or not. Let's see. Ooh, my face lights up. All right, is there a big difference? Let me know. All right, we're going to cut this up because we're going to stamp it. And this could go in my scrap pile, scrap pile, scrap pile. Okay, so, yeah, let's do some stamping. So, what are we going to stamp? We're going to stamp this big guy. So, this stamp set, I'm using all but 3 stamps, I think. So I'm using 6 of the 9 stamps for this card. We're going to be using this guy, the texture here, and on the sample card, I did do the oval, but I already cut it out, so I'm not 100% sure we're going to use it. But let's go for what we're going to do. Now I'm using Memento ink to stamp this violet plant. I don't know, this grouping of violets, because we're going to color them. And also I'm going to get this block off, and I'm going to color one over here also, so I'm just going to do it at the same time. So I'm going to stamp up this stamp, and this guy I'm not going to cut out. This is part of the strip that we're going to be using, like this. Okay. And then I should have done this one first, where it says take care, because if it doesn't fit, I have to get another piece of cardstock, but I think it'll fit. Perfect. There you go. Okay. So let's do some coloring. I have fresh freesia, Granny apple green, and old olive. I also have the color lifter. So I have the color lifter because I'll show you here in a minute. We're going to take old olive, and I'm just going to follow the veins of this leaf, and I'm doing it pretty loosely. And then I'm going to take the Granny apple and fill in. So don't forget the stem. Let's see if I have it. If this guy works, we'll go a little bit faster. So the paintbrush always fills in a little bit faster than the pointed tip, just because of space, right? So what is the last thing you guys colored? I know on a video not too long ago, I said I haven't been using my blends a lot. But I can't remember what I was coloring. It may have been this same stamp set, actually. Okay, we're going to take the darker of the fresh freesia with the pointed side, and I am going to just follow the lines that are already given to you. Okay, and then I'm going to take the brush and fill in with the lighter. And then I'm going to take the color lifter and I'm going to remove some of this color. So by taking away some of the color, it gives us this imperfect look, and it's kind of cool. All right, And if you go over it a couple times, it gets a little darker. You can do that. You don't have to. Whatever you want to do, however you want to color it. Right? Okay. Now, the color lifter, I'm going to take the pointed side and I'm just going to dot. And it takes a second. You're not going to see immediate results, but give it a little bit of time. And I'm just kind of randomly making these dots. And let's see, I'll hold it up. There you go. I think you guys can see that. You see how the little dots? It's kind of cool because it's not perfect anymore. Before it looked, which is awesome, it looks like a perfect shade. And we all know in nature, there's not really a perfect shade, right? Or a perfect coloring. A leaf is never one color. Now you could do this. I kind of do it both ways. Like the other one, I did the old olive first, and then I filled it. This one, I'm going to do granny green first, and then I'll go in and highlight the veins. Or you could just use granny apple green and go back over it and highlight it. It's all whatever you want to do. That's the great thing about crafting. Just because I show you how to do something doesn't mean you have to do it exactly the way I do it. Right? Okay. I think that's good. And now we're going to take the fresh freesia and go. I'm also trying to hurry it up a little bit for you guys. All right, here we go. Let's finish this up. Just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to take the die, because we have a die in this set that is going to cut this out exactly. So no fussy cutting on this card. But we are going to poke out the leftover paper that I didn't do last time. Okay, we're going to run it through the machine, and then we have one more piece that I'm going to run through the machine. Let's see. Here we go. So there's this piece. And I have this little strip of fresh freesia that is 1 by 3 1/4. And I pulled out this retired pressed flour, and I just want a little bit of texture on it. So I'm going to put it down here. It's where so that the paper is all textured, and I'm going to run it through. There we go. Run it through like so. Okay, and now let's see about building some stuff. I think we have a little bit more stamping to do. Okay, so we're going to be doing something. This is going to go here for sure. So let's put that on. so, okay. This is going to go here. So I did on the other part. Yeah, I didn't do it quite center. I put it about a third of the way down, and here I am back to my true love of adhesive, my seal. Okay, and I think we're gonna make this guy a little bit darker. You know, why not? We're gonna add some dimension to it. There we go. It's not all one color. All right. Now, for this guy, I am going to add dimensionals, but I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to hook it, hook this little corner underneath it. So it's going to go right about there. I'm going to put a dimensional, a mini dimensional up here. There. Okay. And I'm going to use some mini dimensionals. And I have regular size dimensionals here. I do. So these bigger flowers can handle the regular dimensionals. Many dimensionals are great when you don't want to cut your dimensionals. Like right now, I don't want to cut them. All right. And then you're going to make sure you have these all peeled off. Something I heard one time was like, you don't have to have them all peeled off. These are just for dimension. You just make sure that, just make sure the big guys are peeled off and you would be good to go. Like, oh, I never thought about that before. Okay. So this is going to go on top here. And we still have this guy. So we are going to do a little texture dimension, or not dimensionals, stamping. Fresh freesia with these little dots. Just kind of on the left side of this oval. Like so. Maybe we might do the whole thing actually. Just go for it. Okay. And then we're going to take Gorgeous Grape and stamp our Sending Love. So there's that. Okay. And we're going to add this onto here. I feel like this needs something. Maybe we'll stamp. Let's do Gorgeous Grape and stamp this guy. I didn't clean that off. Yeah, I did a little bit. Okay. And let's stamp it there. There we go. Much better. I like that better. We're going to add this to our scallop. Like so. And this is going to go in the middle here. Like so. And this is our fun fold for today. What do you guys think? Let me know in your comments if you think you'll make one like this. And then I always love to see pictures of it. On my Facebook page, I will put a picture. And if you are inspired to create something from this card, post it in the Facebook group. I love it. We love to share and inspire each other. Okay. Oh, the bling. Good thing I looked at that. So the sweet, I believe, comes with these guys. I wanted something a little bit more subtle, a little subtle, a little. Is that correct English? I'm not sure. If my friend was watching this video, she would totally tell me that's correct or not correct. Okay, but these guys, these are retired. I just happen to still have some, but they're white flowers, and I thought they would be perfect for this if I could get it on the paper. Because I wanted something just, I wanted bling on there, but just a little less in your face, right? Okay. So, or these still might be available. I think if I have them in that box where I got them from, they're still available. So they are hues of blue flowers. They're very pretty. This would be Misty Moonlight, Cloud Cover, and White. I'm not sure what was here. I don't know. Maybe Secret Sea was there? Probably. All right, guys. Well, here is our fun fold for today. Hopefully you like it, and I will be back next week with another fun fold. Uh, Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and hopefully you get to have a little paper crafting fun today. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.